So now that we have our artist here, contrary to what some people think on iTunes, um, did you manage to get the art suggestions, instructions I sent you last night for my appearances in the CCS hentai dating sim?
Yeah, I have. And
Without specifics, without specifics.
no specifics, but I am slowly dying inside, thanks to you. So.
After all the stuff you post on Tumblr, I'm the one who makes you crack.
well, that's different. These are like fictional characters. This is like you. Dang it,
I'm not saying you like dick pics or anything. I mean, I'm just sending references from Avatar.
And I appreciate the lack of dick pics. I really do. But
let's segue to Pokemon Go with the story of the Pokemon dildos. Have you guys sent you guys that link?
I think it's a prank. I don't think it's real. It's got to be like a joke because that's just.
You don't want a Pikachu butt plug? I mean.
Well, I mean, okay, who wouldn't? But I still think.
It's like that. It's like that old dirty joke. The sex position called the dolphin, where you do a girl from behind and then you pull it out and you stick it in her butt and she goes ee.
Oh God.
And except in this case, it's a Pikachu butt plug. It goes Pika Pika. Anyways, now we've had that interesting tangent. You two drugged me here, and Max luckily managed to decline and duck out of the offer to do a Pokemon Go after hours. And oddly enough, I actually have some good things to say about it. Max's negativity is not with us.
We are spared from the negative vibes.
I know, it's going to be positive, except for my rampant paranoia, so I'll do my best to be the dissenter of the group.
Well,
Matt and two girls. Woo.
I mean, like, I actually...
The
estrogen... Matt hasn't played it, but both Mel and myself have downloaded the game. I'm actually playing it right now. I just caught Urtata while sitting on my bed. I decided I put an incense up, and I'm going to see what kind of Pokemon spawn while we're recording. So if I get something really good, I'll say. But
you're gonna put incense up?
Incense! It attracts Pokemon to you because it smells good.
Oh, I thought you meant like the real thing, like the shit you actually do light and smokes up your house.
Well, sometimes I have.
I was like, how the hell does your iPhone know how to do that?
It's a new app. But anyway, so actually, Matt is going to be the only one with a couple of things to say about this game because, like, I have actually played it, and there's been some things I don't like about it, but most of the stuff I like really have enjoyed, and I've really had a good time playing this game. And I think we should just talk a little bit about how much of a success this app has been, because right now it has been downloaded 75 million times, which is like insane. It passes both Tinder and Twitter right now in like how many daily users it has, which is absolutely insane, because I mean Twitter, pretty much everybody has a Twitter, like even celebrities and stuff, but Pokemon Go even more than that. So that just shows how popular this is.
Yeah, I know, in such little time too.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, it was only released in America about like a couple weeks ago, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean,
wasn't
like
long.
In that short amount of time, it's already, I mean. And I guess now would be a good time also to mention how, at first, the stocks for Nintendo rose like $7.5 billion.
Mm-hmm.
But then recently, people found out that, Nintendo only owns like 13% of Pokemon Go. And then the stocks like dropped like almost all of that again.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's kind of what happened with the Wii, you know?
Yeah.
If I would have invested in Nintendo back in like 2000, I would have like made like quintuple my money after the Wii came out. But again, the Nintendo stock is still higher than it was for. God, it kind of like plateaued for quite a while at about what, $20 a share or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think it went to nearly a $40 high, and now it's back down to like 25, 30, something along those lines. But yeah, it's surprising. I mean, you drive down the street and I see more people out and about.
Oh God,
granted,
yeah.
they have their nose in their cell phones, but you know, a lot of my friends have it. I hear all these people have it. I almost hit some fucker on a skateboard this morning, pulling out of a parking lot because he was skateboarding with his fucking nose in the phone. The amount of people you see on the street, I kind of wish that like maybe Tinder had the same effect where all these people are walking around wanting to hook up, but
you have to walk a certain amount of miles in order to get like enough points to like look at this hot person that you like. So then that way everybody like gets fit, and then everybody looks good and they want to fuck each other.
That's the dream app.
It's like a more socially acceptable Bang Fit.
Glorious.
You walk around, meet people, and you can burn some calories while you're out and about, and people can just walk by you and pretend they don't have the fucking Tinder app and keep on moving. But again, I mean, it is amazing that there's a lot of people out there who are actually using this thing, and I've just heard nothing but like interesting things about it, and it's augmented reality, which I'll get to in a bit.
I just found a shoulder. I need more of them. But yeah, anyways.
Did you find body?
Yeah, everybody at this point has heard. God damn it.
The body?
Yes.
Oh.
But
he was just homeless. Never mind.
But no, like everybody at this point has heard the story about like, oh, somebody's playing fucking Pokemon Go and found a dead body, and it's like, well, I mean, okay, but like, a lot of people are kind of like trying to bring up these negative things about Pokemon Go, like, oh yeah, it was really funny on Tumblr the other day. I saw this post where it's like two Twitter comments back to back, and the first one's like, all you nerds should go outside, like, you're so lazy, and then the next one's like, no, don't go outside like that.
Well, the fucking media, what the hell do you call it, moral panic, the fear-mongering, all that kind of shit. Granted, it's nothing new, because I'm looking up a video of this pastor from the heyday of 1999 when Pokemon really came out. And he's at his fucking pulpit going, and this is a quote, "They say the Pokemon whole effort is to train children how to become the #1 Pokemon master in the world. You find that masters are those who take control of spirits in the dark realm." And it's like, give me a fucking break. You pious motherfucker. Anyways, but no, the media is doing the exact same shit. If you read some of the fucking headlines by the media, you get some stuff like, Pokemon Go craze is causing real-life injuries and danger, warns Today.com.
Oh my god.
With tens of thousands of people, people are going around and they're getting scrapes and bruises, and players are accidentally running into each other like it's a fucking danger, like a fucking car crash, right? And here's another couple of ones. Popular Pokemon Go poses numerous risks to players, including robberies and accidents. Yeah, very, very few. And the biggest and best one is how all these fucking moral guardians are like, oh no, you gotta keep the kids inside and fat on the couch because outside there's child predators and they're gonna use Pokemon Go to go steal kids and, molest them or whatever else. And if you actually go outside and look at who's playing this fucking game, some fucking pedophile in his fucking rusty ice cream truck is gonna be driving down to a park and see nothing but 20 and 30-year-olds playing this game and go home disappointed. So, you know what? Fuck them.
I have stats for this. There was a poll that was Pokemon Go players by age. 22% of ages are 13 through 17. 46 ages 18 through 29. 25% is 30 through 50, and 6% is ages 50 plus. So it's mostly people our age.
Maybe Pokemon Go is Tinder.
Well, it's true because, like, to go back to what you were saying before, like, there's a Pokestop down the street from my house and a gym literally right across the street. And so I can just look out my window and I can see people standing at the gym, or like I can walk my dogs down the way and people will be stopping at the Pokestop and like with their phones there, and like I'll wave at them and they'll wave back. It's like, it's really kind of cool and like inspiring to see so many people enjoying the same thing that you do. And you don't have to talk to them, you don't have to interact with them if you don't want to, but you see people everywhere, like with their, like Matt said, with their noses in their phones, and they're playing the game. And it's really cool because, like, I've seen a bunch of videos on YouTube of, like, oh, where Pokemon spawns in Central Park, and, like, literally this huge mass, like, gotta be hundreds of people are, like, all flocking towards this area, and it's, like, kind of scary because it's, like, this stampede of people, but at the same time, it's like, oh my god, those are all Pokemon fans,
Yeah, it gives you like a sense of community, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, that's just it too. Is I mean, we've been fearmongered so fucking hard that we're basically all house hermits at this point. And
Yeah.
even kids are being taught to be house hermits because, oh my god, you might get abducted if your kid goes outside. You'll have the cops called on you and have your kid taken away by CPS.
Well, I was just gonna say, it's so stupid because all the things that they're saying, like, oh, kids can't go inside because this and this and this will happen, and so they can't play Pokemon Go. It's like, you do realize that even if you're not playing Pokemon Go and you're just outside, there's still a percentage of a chance those kind of things will happen. There's still a chance that you could, you know, somebody weird could approach you, or that you could not pay attention to hit and get hit by a car. Pokemon Go doesn't cause these things. Being outside causes those things, you dumbass.
Well, yeah, there's always going to be a percentage of all this kind of shit in real life. That's just fucking living. And the trick is there's safety in numbers. If like, you know, a group of 5 kids go out catching Pokemon, there's a damn good chance that no one's going to try to like steal one of them away, you know.
Yeah.
And especially now that most kids have cell phones, they can take pictures of creepy people in the park or call the cops instantly. I mean, there's too many factors out nowadays where kids shouldn't have to be cooped up inside their houses. They should be able to go out and socialize and meet people and talk. I mean, I was listening to Rich and Jack on previously recorded, and of course our conversations, whenever I'm involved, always comes back to them because they did this cool thing where they put a laptop in a baby carriage and they're pushing it around Milwaukee, and they're basically like doing a let's play of Pokemon Go. People are walking by them and giving them weird looks, and a couple guys would walk by and be like, "Oh, Pokemon Go, right?" Like they knew what they were doing. And they would, and just, even though the entire thing was kind of a bust because the idea was not necessarily fleshed out as well as it could have been, a couple people actually stopped and talked to him. And Jack has said on numerous occasions, like, he'd be walking by and someone who just was, you know, he and his kids would be out catching Pokemon, and he'd come across one of his neighbors who he didn't know too well, and they'd sit there and play Pokemon and strike up a conversation. There's a great article in Reason where Reason.com where apparently a white guy met a couple of other guys like 4 a.m, right, and they happen to be black, and a cop pulls over and thinks that they're dealing drugs.
They're dealing
and so they had to explain that they're just doing some late night Pokemon catching, and they showed the cop the app, and the cop asked them to install the app on his phone. So I mean, it creates a better sense of community. I think it shows a better. And I am a cynic and a pessimist, though, but I think that a lot of the hype about horrible things out there, the boogeyman going to get you, is a lot of it's media driven, and I think the Pokemon Go is kind of breaking that perception.
Well, the funny thing is that all of these terrible things have happened even before Pokemon Go. They're just
Yeah.
using it as a target now to make it seem worse than it is, you know.
Well, and the problem is nowadays the internet, and this is just another tangent though, but the internet is there, the national media, the worldwide media. Bad news travels fast.
Oh, yes.
I mean, gun violence is at an all-time low, and we see nothing but the same gun violence story over and over and over again, and it turns into a panic. Horrible when it happens, though, but all these things are inflated, have a sense of inflation compared to what they did even 10 years ago.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, but can we talk about that one, the thing that pissed me off so bad, where,
yes, please.
Yeah. Okay, you tell the story, Matt, and I'll react to it.
Okay.
This is beautiful. You guys will love this.
Yeah, so this girl was on the news, and I really wish I could find the video again, though, but she's on the news blaming that Pokemon Go made her get hit by a car.
I know, and her fucking exact words were like, yes, I do blame the game. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So because your stupid ass didn't look up when you were crossing a fucking street, you're like, yes, the game made me do it. The game...
The mother of this girl even said the exact same... So this girl is walking down into a fucking street with her nose in the phone, not looking where she's going. And of course, she says in the news report, oh, the phone was at my side. Bullshit.
Yeah, no.
Well, if the phone was at your side, then you can't blame the game at that point either, because obviously the game wasn't in your field of view. So anyways, she gets hit by a car because she's not looking where she's fucking going, and of course in this fucking age of not taking personal responsibility, it's the game's fault. It's not my fault. It's not my daughter's fault. It's the goddamn game's fault. I want to sue Nintendo. Oh, they're not worth that much. Okay, their stock's crashing. Never mind.
Yeah, I
but
know.
It's fucking amazing.
You know, we should hear more from Mel about what she thinks about this game. Because we haven't heard much from you.
Oh, no, because you guys have been talking a lot, so I'm like, oh, okay.
No, interject, Mel. Just cut us off and keep talking.
No, I don't.
She's too nice for that.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and share my personal experiences with Pokemon Go, because, well, I don't have a phone, all right, but I do have an iPad Mini, so I go ahead and use that. But the thing is, I really can't use it outside of my home because of the Wi-Fi.
Oh,
so
no!
If I try to go anywhere, the app just shuts off on me, and there's nothing much I can do about it. So, and Pokemon can actually show up if you stay in one place.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
for me, it's just at the corner of my street. That's where they always pop up. And it's just a fun little app, you know. It's, you know, my kids, like, suddenly flock around every time I make this little noise. You know, and I don't know, just personally for me, I really can't do anything. I can't go or walk around or anything like that. But it's such an experience because you don't know what Pokemon you're going to get. You know, it's the same thing with the regular games when you're traveling around grass and stuff like that. You don't know what you're going to encounter or whatever. And just the neat little system that they have is just the more Pokemon that you catch, the most likely you're able to evolve that one Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
No, and I get a lot of Mankeys around here. I am like
lucky.
I'm up to the shoulder. Yeah, I'm up.
Can
to the
I come
shoulders
visit
with them.
you? I've only caught one Mankey and it was out of an egg.
Oh really? No,
Yeah.
I get Mankeys, Pidgeys, and what was it?
Rattata.
Parasite. Yeah. Yeah, I get Rattatas here and there, but not much. I think my golden moment was finally catching an Abra.
Oh, yeah.
That was the best. And the downside is, the only complaint that I have about the app is that you have a certain limited amount of Pokeballs that you have.
Oh, yeah.
And if you can't get to a Pokemon store, like, well, I can't, because, you know, like I said, Wi-Fi, then you can't really play the game anymore. Like,
yeah.
For my situation right now, I can't play it.
Yeah, like, that's one of the things that I have a problem with, too, like, because I work full-time, and so, like, sometimes, like, after I get home from work, I'll, like, drive my car to the couple Pokestops that are around my house and get Pokeballs and stuff, but, otherwise, if you run out, you have to buy them, and, I mean, you get 20 of them for $1. So, I mean, that's pretty decent, in my opinion, but, like...
Oh, I was wondering how the hell this thing is making money.
Oh, yeah. Well, it
said it made like $7.5 billion in 2 days, and I was like, how they selling ads? What are they doing?
No, it's, there is in-app purchases. I mean, you can buy items and stuff, and you get items for free by going to Pokestops, but, like, say if you're... Yeah, but it's, like, you can't pay to get stronger Pokemon. That's just, you can't do it. And you can't pay to get stronger Pokeballs. The only Pokeballs in the shop are the regular Pokeballs. And if you want to get the better Pokeballs, you either have to level up or you have to go to Pokestop and hope you get them. And the only way that you can get eggs is from Pokestops as well. But, anyways, since Mel talked about some of her experience with the game, I'll talk about some of mine. First of all, I'm Team Mystic. It's Mystic for life.
No. Team Instinct.
Matt would be Team Valor because he likes strong Pokemon, so we have one person from each team here.
Yeah, well, just to get this out of the way, my experience with Pokemon Go was a friend of mine asked, "What team are you in, dude?" And I'm like, "What?"
Matt, trust me, you would be Valor because Team Valor's all about the strongest Pokemon and winning, and that's what you like to do.
No, I'm
Yes,
I'm
you
team
are.
not installing that shit on my phone because it spies on you.
Oh, okay. Well, do you want to transition into that then?
I'm team conspiracy theorist. Team paranoia.
I'm just playing to have a good time. That's why I chose Instinct.
Long story short, before Matt starts talking about conspiracy theories, because we should talk about that, it's funny. My experience with the game has been my dogs go on more walks, and my ass is super fine because I'm walking so
Nice
much.
image.
And I've been hatching lots of Pokemon eggs, and the other day I caught a Gyarados, and you should all be jealous of me because it takes 100 Magikarps to get a Gyarados in this game, but I found one, haha. Okay, now
this Pokemon Go is the perfect thing ever because not only is it trying to kill off stupid people, but it's also as Katie mentioned, giving women better asses. So Nintendo, I'm going to go on record here. I officially apologize for all the, well, not all, very few of the horrible things I've said about you. But this one, you get the LaughingMan seal of approval. And if we were actually doing a video podcast, I'd put a little sticker with my head on it. And a perfectly toned ass next to it.
No, the sticker should be shaped like an ass and then your face on it.
No, because then I'd look like the hole. Which is also fitting, according to some people who have lost interest in our podcasts. That would count.
Anyway, but even if you enjoy the app giving women better asses, you do have some conspiracy theories about it. So why don't you talk about some of those?
I mean, the Pokemon Go logo itself, the GO, kind of looks like two nice round cheeks, right?
Oh my god! Stop talking about butts.
I mean, if you kind of like blur your eyes a little bit, kind of looks like a pair of like Daisy Duke jeans, right? Anyways, so I'm watching the Joe Rogan podcast, and of course, this is all just kind of conspiracy theory stuff that I don't really totally subscribe to a lot, though. But there is a lot of questions about how the data on Pokemon Go is being used. In fact, Matt Stone and Trey Parker made a joke video many years ago about Pokemon when the craze was hitting, saying that Pokemon was a way to like find out what your population is, so you can like the Japanese can target certain cities or something like that. But I mean, another senator, from what I read, was actually trying to get Nintendo or whoever the developer was to release information on how the data on Pokemon Go is being used, and the Joe Rogan thing was suggesting that if you're inside your house and you're looking for a Pokemon behind your sofa or something like that, because the app itself can access your phone, your camera, they suggest that maybe it's actually mapping the inside of your house, or it's like recording it. I mean, it's something that John McAfee has spoken at length about, the founder of McAfee virus scanners and former libertarian presidential candidate. He was my man. Anyways, he's really a big privacy advocate, and he always keeps on saying that if you install an app on your phone, you're the product. And he says that, when you install an app on your phone, certain phone apps will tell you exactly what an app is trying to get on your phone, whether it's your contact list, whether it's your location, whether it's your phone's camera. And one of the things that Pokemon Go is asking for is access to your camera. And he says that's a huge security risk, but possibly it's just there just so that the fucking game will work. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you can turn off the AR, but personally, I like it on because it's really cool. Like this morning, I got it looked like a fucking National Geographic like photograph of like a wild Pidgeotto in my yard with like the sunshine coming down. It looked fucking beautiful. I was like, fuck yeah,
Augmented reality.
Yeah, it was super cool. But something though that is really kind of, I don't know, like slightly scary is the fact that, I can't remember, it was like some politician, but like some politician's like, this Pokemon game is getting all these crowds and crowds of people to go to certain places to catch Pokemon. Why can't all these people go to the polls? And like that made me laugh, but at the same time...
That was Hillary Clinton.
Okay. Well, at the same time, okay, but
they need a Pokemon Go to the polls app.
Yeah, that was stupid, but like... At the same time, like, I was thinking about that and how stupid that was. But then at the same time...
I ain't come no far, or whatever the hell she says in her stupid southern accent.
I'm trying to tell a story, Matt. Anyway,
I'm good on my political high horse.
Go away. But then I thought about how silly that was. But then I saw this picture on Tumblr where it showed a picture of, like, okay, Blastoise has spawned somewhere near the ocean, and then it showed a picture of like this huge crowd of maybe 30-40 people walking into the ocean at night to try to get towards where this Blastoise spawn area was, and it was like pretty way out into the ocean. Like some people were about chest deep in the ocean at night to catch Blastoise. And so it is crazy. Like, on the one hand, I love this game.
It needs a few tweaks before a couple kids wash up shore.
Well, but I mean, like,
again,
think about it, though.
I think Cinemax is one who coined this term, but he called it the perfect Darwin app.
But like, think about it though. Like this this game has that power over people. Like, if I was there, I'd be one of those fuckers going into the ocean to catch Blastoise, because fuck yeah, Blastoise. But, like, except right? The water would be over my head because I'm 5'1", so, like, I would drown. But, like...
She drowns in the shallow end of the public pool.
Yeah, I do. My friends always laugh at me when I get... Anyway, that's a tangent. Anyways, so, like...
I'm gonna pick you up and hug you when I see you.
Ooh, Pidgeot respawn. But yeah, I think it's cool, but also, like, slightly a little bit scary that this game has that kind of power over people, because, you know, what if down the line, you know, people are like, okay, go to some place. I mean, in a way, people have already done this. Like, people, some, like, robbers put a lure at a Pokestop, which makes Pokemon spawn. People came there and then they robbed. I mean, is this going to happen all the time? No. But, I mean, this app has that kind of power over people. If people would say, Mewtwo's going to spawn in New York on this day, how many people are going to show up? It's going to be fucking crowded. It's going to be everybody. Everybody is. There. Like, that's the kind of power that this game has, and I don't know how to feel about that, because it's, like, crazy, you know what I mean? That this is the age we live in, you know? Like, I don't know, what do you guys think about that?
Well, I don't know, I have mixed emotions about it. You know, it's one, like we said before earlier in this recording, it's good that people are finally getting outside, but there are limits that we need to keep in mind. I mean, like I said earlier about the girl getting hit by the car, I mean, it's funny because at the beginning of the app it says, be aware of your surroundings. You know, and people are not paying attention to that. So it's, in general, when you narrow it all down, it's not about the app, it's about who's playing it. You know, the same thing about, you know, whatever else we get our hands on, stuff like that. So these people who flock over to these areas, those are the kind of people who are really that dedicated to the game. While you have people like me who really can't go anywhere, we just kind of stay at home and take care of the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't possibly stop stupid people from doing stupid things.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, since the beginning of dawn of time, people have been doing dumb things before we even had electronics, so...
And the worst thing is apparently enough of these dumb people are surviving that they reproduce, which is, you know, not fair.
Well, you know, at least when they reproduce, they're going to be really fit, and they'll have fit kids, because they're all playing Pokemon Go, so, you know, maybe it'll eradicate obesity.
Yeah, have you seen that post? It was like, America invested billions of dollars into fitness programs. Then there was like Pokemon Go opens like 1 week later and is curing obesity. I don't know, something like that. It was really funny.
It's like that meme where this guy sets up this entire like cat jungle gym thing, and he looks over to the box and the cat's sleeping on top of the box all the time.
Yeah.
Well, same thing with kids when you buy them stuff. They just want to play with the box and the little freaking bubble wrap. They don't care about the toy that comes with it.
But I mean, besides the obvious bits about, you know, the Darwinism and the conspiracy theories and the political backlash, or I guess moral guardian backlash of all this, and, you know, stay in your homes, it's safer in there, or even though statistically it's not really. The amazing thing is that this, I think, is going to be the future of gaming, to be honest. Not necessarily just Pokemon Go though, but the idea of augmented reality is, I think it's going to be the next wave of like it's going to be a new genre almost. And I think it's going to be one of the more powerful genres, because imagine, let's say you have a jogging app, right, and you're running down the street and you look behind you and there's like zombies chasing you down the street.
Yeah, I mean, they have that already, but it's just like audio, like, oh, now there's zombies or something. Like, I've never played it, but like, it'll be like, you know, it'll kind of tell you a story while you're running, and oh, now there's zombies, you gotta run. Oh, you're not running fast enough, but like, what if you could see them? Your ass would go faster, you know? Like,
yeah, sure. See, I mean, this is what I think is just so cool about the concept of augmented reality. And Carl Pilkington, in one of the Ricky Gervais show's episodes where he's predicting the future, actually hit the nail on the head back in 2010. And Ricky Gervais just laughs him off though, but he fucking made a good point. He said, what if you had these like glasses that you can wear, and let's say you live in like kind of like a posh area where, you know, it's like the suburbs or something like that, but you put on the glasses and all of a sudden you're like in an urban environment, right? You know, graffiti on the walls, or maybe you can change the program so like there's zombies, you know, apocalypse type stuff, and you interact with, the tree's still there, the house is still there, but just like it looks different, and you can play a game, like you could walk through the Fallout world in your own neighborhood. And from what I've heard, and this is just rumor and speculation, the next Grand Theft Auto game is going to be an augmented reality program.
Oh my god. There's going to be even more stories about robberies and dead bodies.
Well, I just want to know what happens when you're supposed to do a carjacking and you get shot. I mean, some little 4-year-old knocks on your door and says, "Get the fuck out of the car!" and where you beat up prostitutes, take their money. This might be the one time where there actually is like real world violence, correlation between real world violence and video games. Oh my god! I mean, I don't know how it worked necessarily, because in Grand Theft Auto the idea is like stealing cars. A lot of the points are stealing cars, committing a crime, chasing people on motorcycles, chasing people in cars. I mean, I don't really see it working all that well, because once again you're kind of crossing threshold, but. I think that augmented reality has a lot of potential, and the fact that it's getting people up to move around is fantastic. I applaud it for that. I applaud it for getting people to talk to each other, to meet each other, to find people with common interests, and to
explore, to find new places in their city. Like, I found a bunch of cool new places just for, like, oh, what's this Pokestop? Oh, it's a cute little coffee shop. I should go here sometime, Yeah,
and what if the coffee shop has, like, you can buy a, small whatever, you can get this Pokemon or something like that,
But there's, like, places out there that's restricting Pokemon goers from actually going there and catching
police
Pokemon.
Stations.
Yeah. No, you know what I mean. There's these rules going around now that these memorial sites, like churches, cemeteries and stuff like that, they're restricting players from playing Pokemon Go or actually ever going there unless they put their phones away.
Yeah, like the Auschwitz museum in which someone found coughing the gas Pokemon.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm like, oh no. I mean, like, it's bad, but it's also really funny.
Jesus fuck! Isn't there a Pokemon that kind of looks like an oven?
No. Oh my god, there is. It's Rotom, but he's not. There is. He's not in the game yet. He's 4th gen, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. He hasn't showed up.
I mean, it's douchey enough when like people like take selfies like memorials and shit. Like, I couldn't imagine going to Auschwitz and taking pictures, like it's a fucking a theme park or something. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah,
that's horribly disrespectful. And if people are going around catching Pokemon in these places, I guess it's another way to do the whole Darwin thing, where at least you can spot the stupid people.
Yeah, that's true.
But at least if people are visiting these places.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
I mean, they wouldn't have even bothered, going over to these memorials in the first place if it wasn't for Pokemon Go. Because after they catch the Pokemon, then they're in a whole other environment that, they're required to start looking around. Like, oh, I didn't know this place before,
Yeah, I mean, that's true. It does get people to go to new places, but at the same time, I mean, I do understand that, like, this is disrespectful to be playing this game, like, where people died, like,
Well, not even places where people died, like, certain churches are banning it. And, over in, where they had that test with the atom bomb down in Mexico, they are restricting Pokemon goers from catching Pokemon over there as well.
Huh, I didn't know about that.
I was gonna say what they should do is they should put like a Mewtwo lure at Area 51 and just have everyone crash the gates. Finally figure out what's going on in there.
But yeah, to wrap up, I think overall I've had a really, really positive experience with the game. I can't wait till it's fucking fall so I can actually go outside and play it without dying. Like, because, like, I get heat exhaustion really easily, so, like, if it's, like, more than, 70 degrees out, I'm not gonna fucking go outside, so...
Oh, wow, really?
I can't wait for fall. Oh, yeah.
You would not last in Utah.
But, like,
Pokemon Go causes heat stroke.
Don't start.
But, like... I do hope, though, that Niantic, like, finds a way to fix their server problems, though, because every time they release it in a new country, like, all the servers go down for everybody else, and it kind of sucks. But other than that, I'm really excited about the game. They're going to add a bunch of new stuff to it eventually, like trading and like some other... I know, wouldn't that be so cool? Like, you could trade me your extra fucking Mankeys that you don't want, because I need them.
I transferred them all in, now I got Primeape.
Oh, okay. Well,
but don't worry, I can easily get them back, so...
Okay. Yeah, but so that's kind of how I feel. Do you guys have any last points to make about the game?
You know, I'm really excited to see where it goes from here.
Same.
Yeah, totally. Fist bump.
And I think Matt just wants to see more stupid people die.
Well, you know, there's that one video of people walking into, like, highways with their nose in their phones, and I masturbate furiously to that. But, no, I just respect the technology. I would like to know what kind of data is being sent back and forth and who's looking at it. But as far as what it's doing socially, I don't see any massive, huge overbearing issue, except that it's getting people out and about, talking to each other, and interacting with the world around them. I mean, even the frickin', what was it, the U.S. Forest Service or Parks and Rec people were saying,
oh yeah! They did an announcement that it's like, come catch Pokemon at the national parks, and like when you're waiting for Pokemon to spawn, like look around and enjoy the scenery, and like they're, you know, it's really cool. A lot of companies and like places are, restaurants are like becoming a part of this. Like, this is a Pokestop, come in, you know, and catch Pokemon while you eat. But I think it's really cool.
Yeah, there's others like, show us your rarest Pokemon, you can get $1 off of any purchase. Things like that. Yeah. And of course they have those team, you know, tip jars, seeing which team tips the best.
Yep.
Well, again, I mean, despite all the media blitz of all this horrible stuff happening, like, you know, oh my god, you might find a body if you play Pokemon Go, and it's like, yeah, well, what about all the other dozens and dozens of people who found bodies when they didn't have their nose buried in the fucking phone? No, I think there's nothing really... There's no real pandemic about anything bad happening, except for a few assholes who have to ruin it for everybody else. So.
There always is those few assholes, though.
Yep. I even have my own sticker.
Oh. Thank you, Pokemon Go!